Hi everyone, I want some feedback, I want some interaction with you on this video. So you can go to the comments below and leave your comment. What I'd really love to find out is, when was the first time you heard about a raw vegan diet? When was the first time you heard about the concept of a raw food or a raw vegan diet or a fruitarian diet? The reason that I ask that is that I think that a lot of people maybe hear about it a long time before they actually ever consider doing it. And I think you might find it interesting if you think back, pardon me, sorry for touching my nose, if you think back into your history, into your life, you often find that perhaps it cropped up earlier than you thought, which is quite interesting. The reason I say that, recently I've shared a post online and got hundreds of people commented on it actually, and they were giving their story of the first time they heard about a raw vegan diet. And there was many different people, different thoughts, different ways. And a lot of people, it was fairly recent that they first heard of it. And I can't say that that's the truth for me, because I actually heard about the concept of a raw food diet many years before I ever actually did it. And there was two occasions that I don't know which one happened first. There was a TV show that I watched as a kid that some of you in the UK will know, called Biker Grove. And in Biker Grove there was once a scene where a girl in a foster home was choosing to go vegan or vegetarian. I think it might have been vegan. So they're at the dinner table and she decided she was going to go vegan. And then the boy that was sitting beside her, that was at the foster home, he kind of said something like, well, if she can be vegan, then I'm going to be fruitarian. And he took a can of pineapple and opened the can and started just eating the pineapple. So it was kind of a joke, but that was the first time that thought or that word probably ever, entered my consciousness in a way, and it maybe made me think that can't be possible, or whatever I maybe reacted at the time. So at some point, as I say, I don't know which one happened first, but I remember driving home from a holiday, and there was an interview with a raw foodist on this radio show, and the woman was talking about her diet and what she ate, and the presenters were a bit skeptical, and they said, "Oh, don't you?" I remember vividly they said, like, "Don't you miss, cooked food and warm soup?" And she said, "Well, I don't miss it anymore. If I do have it, I usually feel so bad that I don't miss it anymore," or something like that. And it kind of made sense. And at the end of the interview they said, "How old are you?" And she said she was 60. And I think there was a bit of a pause, because they didn't realise she was so young, obviously, that she was so old, because and you could even hear that she didn't sound like a 60-year-old woman. So it clearly benefited her. So that was quite interesting to me. So one of those was the first time I actually heard about the concept of it, and but didn't actually ever come to implement it till years later. But I'd like to hear from you. What was the first time you heard about the concept of a raw vegan or a raw food or fruitarian diet? Put your answer down below. Thank you.